Hey, hi all. Welcome to my channel. So, how are you? So, I came with a new concept. It's not a concept; it's more of a tool. So, if I had this tool at the beginning of my career, I would have saved at least 2 to 3 thousand hours. That means like 1 to 1.5 years of work. So that powerful it is, and it is to convert a flat file into Excel format. This would help us to identify the issues, analyze the data, especially if the data has so many rows, so many columns, and all, right? So if you have a flat file, let's just say a comma separated value or any other delimiter or a fixed width file, right? And how difficult it is to identify the data, how difficult it is to, uh, you know, look at the patterns and identify and maybe compare. Let's just say we want to compare two files, right? So I'm really excited to present you this tools. I have prepared like around 2 to 3 months back. It's just that I didn't get a chance to create a video. This is the time I'm creating a video. I hope these tools really helps you also in your career. So let's get started. Hey, hi everyone. So this is the article for the video, and I am going to insert the YouTube video on this, here, right? And you can download the files here. So these are the files I have uploaded to my Google Drive, and this is a zip file. This has all the tools and sample files as well. So you can download and you can follow along with me. Okay, so please download so that you can follow along with me how to use the Excel sheets or Excel tools. Okay, so coming to the topics, right? I have created one tool for delimiter and one tool for fixed width, and there are two versions. So first version is like a standalone, very simple version, so you can just on the fly you can use it, whereas second version is like for integrated with the file. You're not touching the original file, but still you're using the Excel to extract the data from that file. So this is more useful. You don't want to touch the file and you don't want to open the file. The file could be too big. There could be many reasons, right? In the similar case, for fixed width also, I have created two versions: simple version, and integrated with the file. All right. Okay. So I hope you have already downloaded. If you're not, please pause and download so that you can follow along. Okay. So let's get started with the delimited tool. Okay. So first of all, um, yeah, I will also download the file first. Okay. And go to the folder. This is in downloads. So this is a file, and I'm going to extract. Okay. So this is a folder. We have the files. So these three are um, files and sample files, and these four are actual tools. Okay, let's start with the delimiter file. First of all, I want to show you the input file. Okay, then I'll talk about what is the solution. So we have this file. So we have employee ID, social security number, and first name, last name, and address. Let's just say I have very simplified for this data for understanding purposes. But in real world, there could be so many columns, like 20, 30, or 40 columns, and then like thousands of rows. It's not that easy to identify the data and understand the data, right? So if we had the data in Excel format, it would have been much better. So that's the idea, right? So let's see how using the tools we can easily convert this into Excel format. Okay, so let's open the first version. Okay, let's make sure it is enable content is enabled. Okay, and then this is the setup. Okay, first of all, define your columns, right? Like what are all the columns you have in the file, right? Just give the file names and column names here, and then give what is the delimiter. In this case, the delimiter is pipe. You just say, okay, and then copy your input data here. Okay, so let's just say I'll copy the input data from here. Okay, I'll just append to the existing data. Okay, and go to the final tab and go to the data and refresh all. So once this the left bottom corner will take some time, like 10-15 seconds or so for the first time. For the second time and onwards, it will be very fast. So once this is done, you can see the entire data is delimited. So this is much easier. You can run pivots, or you can analyze the data, and you can easily understand the data. You want to use sums and all these things, you can do that. And for example, you want to compare two files, in Excel format. Eventually, you can take this step as a fundamental step, and then you can take it to the next level. Okay. So these steps are clearly mentioned in the article. So first, you define the fields. Second, give the delimiter, and the third is copy the data, and fourth is just refresh. That's it. Okay, so let's just see. I have shown you a delimiter of pipe. What if the delimiter is not pipe? Then some other delimiter, right? So I'm going to replace the pipe with tilde. Okay. Then let's see if our tool really will easily convert the delimiter, different delimiter. Okay, so I want to delete the data first. Okay, and then I want to copy the data from here, paste it here, and see if it does the same magic. See, it does. So the delimiter is dynamic. So that is about the first version. So there is no you're copying the data from your file to the Excel file itself. That way it is very standalone, and you can just copy paste and whatever, right? But at the same time, if the data is very big, so many columns, 60, 70 or 100 columns and all, and then thousands and thousands of rows, maybe copying and pasting may be not efficient all the time, right? Maybe sometimes Excel won't respond, or your notepad won't respond and all. At that time, I want to use the second version. Okay, the second version is the main difference between the first and second version is that you're not actually copying paste the data, but you're linking the data. You're linking the input file, with the Excel. Okay, I'll show you how. So I'm opening the second one, and the first is setup. So if this, for example, if this cell shows as NA, what I want you to do is go to the formula and then click enter. So what it does is this formula will get you the folder where this Excel file is residing. So in this case, this is in my downloads, right? So if you have the problem, just click enter, and then it will calculate. And here you have to give the file name. So let's just say we are giving this file name. Even partial file name is also works. Okay, let's just analyze the data in second file. Yeah, see here. Yeah, actually these fields are more for first file, right? So I don't want to change that. So if you go to the first file, copy the file name and put it in this file name cell. Okay, Here you have to give the field names. You have to give the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then field names. And you're not copying and pasting any data, right? So all you are doing is, I just want to make sure it's working. So I'm going to delete first, then go to the data and refresh. See here, it is running the background, left bottom corner. In 10 seconds or 15 seconds, it will load all the data. See here. So let's just see it is really linked. So I'm going to just copy and paste this data. I'm going to double the data, or let's just say triple the data, and save it, and come here and refresh. See here, it has fetched the data from the input file, and it has separated into different columns. Okay, so that is about delimiter files. The only downside with the second version is it works only with the pipe delimiter, because there are some technical constraints. We cannot pass the delimiter dynamically. So if we want to, for example, we want to have a specific tool for a specific delimiter. If you think that that would be helpful, I have to create each different tool for each delimiter. I'll do that. Just tell me that I need it, I really need it, and all these things. Based on number of requests, I'll do that. Next, coming to the fixed width. Fixed width is it is easy to understand than the delimiter files, because it is fixed width. It is already formatted in some sense, but at the same time, if the file size is too huge, number of columns are too many, it's not that easy to understand the data. Okay, so the same way, I'll go a little bit faster this case. The same thing. Open the Excel. Make sure it is enabled. Then go to the input. Copy the input here. Okay, whatever the input, and then you have to give the setup. So for the fixed width, you have to give width of each column. Okay, all you have to do is give the width of each column, and I'm going to delete first. I want to show you it works, right? Delete and go to the data and refresh. So it will refresh within like 10 seconds or so. See, the data is separated. So the cool thing with this is we don't have to sum up with the previous column and all these things. We don't have to, if we are using mid function, which is within the Excel, we have to know what is the starting and ending, that kind of things, right? But with this, adjusting the columns is easy. If you think, let's just say we have given the length of employee ID as 5, right, by mistake. Then we refresh. See, we realize something is wrong with this, and it's very easy to correct. Just give the correct number. You don't have to, change the subsequent numbers. All you have to do is correct the number and refresh. That's it. It works magically, very fast, and very beautiful. Especially, you'll see the power with so many columns, so many rows, right? And coming to the version 2, it is in the similar lines. It's just that we are linking the file in the folder. See here you have to give this automatically comes. If it won't, all you have to do is go to the formula and enter refresh. It will come, the path will come here. Yeah, one more thing. You have to make sure that this tool and the file, the Excel tool and the input file are in the same folder, right? Otherwise it won't work. I could have made it a little bit dynamic, but I don't want to make it a little bit clumsy. I want to make it as simple as possible. This is a simple rule. Just make sure that these two, input file and the tool, are in the same folder, and then it works. Then copy the file name here, and make sure you give the length of each column. Okay, go to the final, output and delete. So go to the data, refresh. Look at the left bottom corner, it's running. For the first time, it takes a little bit time, like 10 to 15 seconds. From the second time onwards, it's very fast. See here. So what if I double the data? Okay, I've copied. I have like 90 rows or something. Now, if I go to the data tool and click refresh, see all the columns, all the rows are delimited. So it will be very, very helpful on a regular basis, especially if you are trying to analyze existing integration, existing file. The file is too huge and you want to analyze the data, it will be very helpful. I'm telling you, as I've said, if this kind of tools were available in my initial days of career, by now I would have at least saved, 2 to 3 thousand of hours, thousands of hours in my entire career. 2,000 means like 1 year of work, right? So I hope these tools will add value to you, and I hope you use these on a regular basis and make most of your time and most of your skill set and all these things. Okay. All the best and meet you in the next video. Bye bye.